had kind of a tough week. I found out that my cat, Jelly Beans, actually just a 5-pound bag of jelly beans. The worst part is I ate half of them. There was a mouse on the crowded elevator in my office building the other day, and it was really terrible. I don't think it would have been so bad if it hadn't been bring your owl to work day. Well, it finally happened. I got catfished. You guys heard about this? This shirtless hillbilly stuck his hand down my throat and pulled me right out of the pond I was swimming in. It's dramatic. I want to try a new impression for you. This is an impression of a guy named Aiden who desperately wants to be at Fashion Week, but he's been forced to take his nephew kite flying. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. Give it. Take it. Okay. I got this other impression I've also been working on, and it's a little complicated, but man, I think it's going to be good, because you guys know that show Breaking Bad? And that show Downton Abbey? I was thinking, like, what if those two shows were merged together, right? And if all the parts were played by Christopher Walken, but that all of it was going on in the head of a drifter who was in a Hallmark store trying to find a birthday gift for his estranged daughter. So try that for you now. So it's Downton Abbey and Breaking Bad merged together with all the parts played by Christopher Walken. But it's all going on in the head of a drifter who's in a Hallmark store trying to find a birthday gift for his estranged daughter. You sell stickers? Oh, no, wait a second. It's new, so it's... You sell stickers? I nailed it that time. You ever wonder if Jimmy Carter is out there somewhere robbing banks while wearing one of those rubber Jimmy Carter masks? Literally could not fail. The other day I was feeling real bad about calling this boy Pizza Face in high school, until I remembered that it was just a pizza I desperately wished was a boy. There are 2 or 3 really fantastic buckets I'd like to own before I die. Hey, what is this, the Jetsons? Is a cool thing to say anytime you see somebody texting. This is a cool fact. Did you know that young kangaroo, or joey as they're called, emerges from its mother's pouch completely unaware that I'm in deep financial trouble? Can you imagine my face on Mount Rushmore? Just be so tiny compared to those huge rock sculptures. Probably wouldn't even see it. Sometimes when I'm getting a haircut, I like to be like, this is the worst lap dance in the world! One in 3 rodeos is just a toddler's birthday party that got out of hand. I've been working on some pretty cool new tongue twisters, and I brought one tonight because it's kind of a hobby of mine. It's the right cool tongue twisters, but man, this one is so rad, and like I didn't have time to memorize it because it's kind of long, so I'm gonna have to read it. But bear with me, man. This gonna twist my tongue. Harry hoards hats at home in Harris. Hold on. Harry hoards hats at home in Harrisburg. Piles and piles of dusty hats. His one comfort in a life awash with misery. When will I ever feel happy? He cries up into the night sky. What have I done to deserve such loneliness? His fists shake with rage as he curses the stars above him, and in his vehemence, the silver fedora he chose to wear that evening is jostled from atop his head and floats casually to the muddy ground. Oh man, okay, everybody. I wouldn't make you do it. Do I look familiar to you guys? Because, no, seriously, like, everywhere I go, I get somebody coming up to me and saying, man, you look exactly like that guy I saw sleeping in that abandoned canoe. Did you know that if you pulled my intestines out and laid them down on the ground in a straight line from end to end, that you'd probably be put in jail for a really long time? Hey man, my improv team, we're so hardcore, we don't even know each other. A lot of times we just pass on the street in silence. Hey, listen, it's like my grandma said, the best things in life are free. Of tuberculosis. Hey, you guys are doing great. I got one thing before I go. Whenever I get a really cool crowd together that I like a lot, I pull this out because, you know, I think we all know about love and stuff. Like, and sometimes you'll see somebody like on the bus or across the room, and you'd be like, you have this connection with them, and then like next thing you know, they're gone, and they have like a whole section of the newspaper for this thing, the missed connections, right? So if you'll just bear with me, because she might be here. You know? I don't know. To the lovely lady I encountered on the 72nd Street cross-town bus on Monday, January 10th, 2010. At around 2:30 in the afternoon. Hello. I was the red-bearded gentleman wearing a very distinctive child-sized backpack. A rather long and humorous story that I would love to share with you sometime. You, if I remember correctly, were disguised as a small Cambodian man. I found this delightful. And when I reached for your tiny, leathery hand as you passed to leave, and you looked at me with such mock fright and made that hissing sound, my heart's fate was sealed. Please, if you're out there, my dear, find me. Thanks, I'm to Travelstead.